The U.S. Army has moved forward with a new long-range precision artillery program by choosing a guided 155mm projectile based on a combat-proven European design. General Dynamics Ordnance and Tactical Systems, GD-OTS, confirmed that it has secured the development contract for the Army's future extended-range artillery round. The selected projectile will be derived from the Vulcano 155 guided long-range GLR munition, a highly accurate artillery shell originally created through a European defense partnership and is already fielded by several NATO members, including Germany and Italy. Awarded under the National Armaments Consortium framework, the program brings together GD-OTS, Germany's Diehl Defence, and Italy's Leonardo electronics. The effort will focus on modifying the existing Vulcano design to meet specific U.S. Army operational requirements while establishing domestic production capabilities within the United States. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why Vulcano 155 GLR derived new shell will provide U.S. Army a much-needed combat edge. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted and fastest VPN brand that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte. NordVPN provides a 256-bit encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy and also enables you to access contents that are blocked based on geolocation. Its threat protection system helps you avoid phishing, scams, and malware. NordVPN application is available for all the major platforms as well as browsers. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive saving by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Massed artillery fire remains one of the most effective means of shaping the battlefield. Advances in guidance technology, targeting systems, and digital fire control networks have further transformed artillery into a highly accurate strike asset, rather than merely an area suppression weapon. Compared with the deployment of combat aircraft, artillery also provides a relatively inexpensive and readily available source of firepower. As a result, artillery continues to play a decisive role in modern battlefield, despite being one of the oldest forms of military firepower. U.S. Armies recognizes that future conflicts against peer adversaries will be fought over much greater distances than those envisioned during the Cold War. Recent combat experience, particularly the war in Ukraine, has highlighted the importance of being able to strike command centers, logistics hubs, air defense sites, and other high-value targets deep behind the front lines. It has also demonstrated how vulnerable support infrastructure can be when exposed to accurate long-range attacks. To address these challenges, the Army is pursuing a layered approach to precision strike capabilities. The Precision Strike Missile, PRSM, meant to replace Army TACMs, would provide the ability to engage targets at extended ranges traditionally associated with operational-level fires. Meanwhile, advanced precision-guided 155mm artillery rounds derived from the Vulcano family will offer a complementary capability at shorter distances. Together, these systems will expand the reach of conventional artillery formations, allowing standard gun battalions to conduct precision engagements that previously required specialized rocket artillery units or even air support. Vulcano 155 is split into two primary operational configurations: Ballistic Extended Range, BER, an unguided multi-role ammunition variant equipped with a programmable multi-function fuse; Guided Long Range, GLR, a long-range variant with precision strike capability through GPS guidance and optional semi-active laser, SAL, seeker. This is the variant U.S. Army is going for. The Vulcano GLR projectile stands out because it combines exceptional reach and precision engagement capability within the dimensions of a standard 155mm artillery round. Traditional 155mm artillery ammunition typically achieves ranges between 24 and 30 kilometers, 15 and 18.5 miles, depending on factors such as barrel length, propellant configuration, and firing conditions. The Vulcano GLR dramatically expands that engagement envelope, allowing targets to be struck at distances of up to 80 kilometers, 50 miles. A key aspect of the design is that this performance is achieved without the use of a rocket motor. Rather than relying on propulsion after launch, the projectile exploits an aerodynamic airframe optimized for low drag and efficient glide characteristics. When fired at very high velocity from modern long-barreled howitzers, the round is able to retain energy and travel significantly farther than conventional shells. The ultimate range achieved depends largely on the artillery system employed. Longer barrels generate higher muzzle velocities, providing the projectile with additional kinetic energy at launch and enabling it to exploit its aerodynamic design more effectively over extended distances. For example, when fired from 39 caliber barrel of M777, it manages to reach 55 kilometers, but with 52 caliber barrel in PZH 2000 and Caesar, it reaches 80 kilometers. In many respects, the Vulcano concept resembles a compact, precision-guided glide weapon engineered to fit within the dimensions of a conventional 155mm artillery round. The ability to strike targets at distances 80 kilometers fundamentally changes how artillery units can be employed. A single battery gains access to a much larger engagement zone. Greater standoff distance also enhances survivability by placing firing units farther beyond the reach of many enemy counter-battery systems. Another notable advantage stems from the projectile's launch characteristics. Rocket-assisted artillery ammunition typically generates prominent exhaust plumes, smoke trails, and infrared signatures that can quickly expose the firing location to enemy sensors. Because the Vulcano achieves its extended range without an onboard rocket motor, it produces a far less conspicuous launch profile, reducing the visual and thermal cues available to counter-battery radars and surveillance assets. Achieving high accuracy at extended ranges demands a sophisticated and layered guidance package. During the majority of its flight, the projectile relies on satellite-aided navigation to steer itself toward the designated target area. As it enters the terminal phase, control is transferred to a semi-active laser, SAL seeker, which guides the round onto laser energy reflected from the target. This dual guidance approach combines the strengths of both technologies. Satellite navigation provides precise long-range course correction and autonomous flight, while laser homing delivers the accuracy needed during the final moments before impact. The target can be illuminated by a variety of platforms, including forward observers, unmanned aerial systems, aircraft, or ground-based reconnaissance teams. The addition of a terminal laser seeker enables effective attacks against moving targets. The circular error probable is less than or equal to 5 meters for GPS-only config and less than or equal to 3 meters for GPS plus SAL combination. The Vulcano 155 program is built upon a mature and operationally established technology rather than an experimental concept. The munition has already been integrated into the artillery inventories of Germany and Italy, reflecting years of development, testing, and refinement by European defense firms Diehl Defence and Leonardo. For the U.S. Army, the appeal of the Vulcano-derived solution lies largely in its reduced technical and schedule risk. Instead of investing in an entirely new projectile that would require a lengthy cycle of design, testing, certification, and production ramp-up, the Army can leverage a system that has already progressed beyond the development stage and entered military service. This approach significantly shortens the timeline for fielding a new capability and avoids many of the uncertainties associated with developing a completely new munition from scratch. The decision also reflects a broader trend toward leveraging allied technological investments. To reduce development risk and accelerate production, the program calls for transferring proven manufacturing capabilities from existing European facilities to newly established production lines in the United States. By leveraging mature industrial processes already used in Germany and Italy, the Army can avoid the delays associated with building an entirely new manufacturing ecosystem and rapidly expand output to meet operational requirements. Michael Bate, Senior Vice President and General Manager at GD-OTS, stated, "Our approach leverages years of investment and development from our partners, Diehl Defence and Leonardo Electronics, who have successfully delivered the 155mm Vulcano-guided long-range artillery suite to Germany, Italy, and other partner nations. With minor airframe modifications, the team can rapidly deliver a mature solution that meets requirements for range, precision, lethality, and schedule. Transitioning established production lines from Germany and Italy to the United States enables low-risk scaling to quickly deliver long-range precision fires capability. Vulcano GLR is a significant step forward. Longer range, high precision, and less chance of getting caught in counter-battery fire. This will add significant value in modern battle scenarios where near-peer adversaries are constantly sharpening their knives.